When Arjuna had that direct experience that the world of plurality is nothing but the infinite Lord himself, he from whom everything has risen, everything exists, and into him everything disappears. When he had suddenly the idea that the outer world of Yama and OET are all nothing but a disturbance in the infinite consciousness, a doubt came in his mind. Other than the Vedic method of rejecting the world and turning the entire mental attention and all quietude in the caves of the Himalayas, rejecting everything, detaching himself from everything, renouncing everything, exclusively contemplating upon the Lord, the path of contemplation, which have been taught to him from childhood onwards. And he has learned it. Now he suddenly finds that what am I rejecting? After all, it is he himself. So instead of rejecting the world of plurality, names and forms, if I adore, worship, and in love turn towards it, am I not adoring and worshipping thee? In nature, both of them are separate. He is infinite, he is finite. He is immortal, he is mortal. He is perfect, he is imperfect. True. But are they not all thy own form, an extension? So, Arjuna doubts. Other than the all orthodox, authentic path of contemplation, is it not possible that I, in devotion, worshipping the form, am I not adoring thee and reaching out to thee? O Lord, thou art the goal. Therefore you alone can answer me. Or is it necessary that I must withdraw my mind from all the world of plurality and turn them all in the direction of the infinite reality?
It's so beautiful. And chapter 12 is the first chapter I heard from Pujya Gurudev in Salem, in South India. Imagine. And that is still even now, especially this point, when I'll again explain that point. Today's talk was the eye-opener. What Gurudev gave in Gita 365 was the turning point. Now, Gurudev used to always say, you know you're alive. We are alive. I am alive. I know I am alive. But we never questioned what is life. Not only we did not question, even if we questioned, no answer comes. Even now, life is unknown. L-I-F-E is IDK. No, IDK, I tell the kids. IDK means, what is IDK? I say IDK, they children immediately, IDK means I don't know. And then I ask them, for me, what is IDK? Oh, Swamiji, for you, IDK means I do know. I do know what? I do know that I don't know. That's the glory of Kenopanishad. So life, we don't know. It's unknown. In science and mathematics, the unknown is indicated by a sound symbol. X, Y, Z, etc. Isn't it? Especially mathematics teacher. This one math I know very well. Because I heard from Gurudev, not from my maths teacher. Because I heard it from Gurudev, I remember it. It has been tattooed in my experience. Gurudev said, there is a classroom, maths teacher. There are 20 children in the classroom. And the teacher comes and says, there's a basket full of mangoes. And each child, each student is given 5 mangoes. And the teacher takes 10 mangoes. These are grade 1 students, grade 1. So 20 children, each child is given 5 mangoes. Teacher takes 10 mangoes, and all the mangoes in the basket are exhausted. Now teacher says, question, how many mangoes were there in the basket before distribution? Now, you may jump. That's why, thank God, you're all muted. I'm very happy with the virtual meeting. I need not say, Hari Om, silence, don't talk, silence. I need not tell anything. Mute all. That's the universal power in Zoom. Mute all. So you may be popping up the answer. How many mangoes were there in the basket before distribution? These are grade 1. Imagine their thoughts. One child is thinking, where is the basket of mangoes? Another child, where are the 5 that are given to me? And the most pertinent question is, why teacher took 10 mangoes? These are the questions that are boggling the minds of the students. They're not able to calculate how many mangoes were there in the basket before distribution. They're not able to. The teacher says, don't worry. Hakuna Matata. Don't worry. I will help you. So the teacher says, let the number of mangoes in the basket before distribution be X. Be X. The teacher points out, let it be X. Now one intelligent student asks, teacher, how much is X? This is grade 1 teacher. All primary school teachers are so kind and compassionate. Not the high school student, the teacher of high school, the idiot, sit down. That's all the teacher would have said. But the primary school teacher, sweetheart, that is what we have to discover. Let the number of mangoes in the basket before distribution be X. And then next step. X is equal to 20 children times 5 mangoes plus 10 mangoes, which teacher took. So X is equal to 20 times 5 plus 10. Then X is equal to 20 times 5, 200. Just checking whether you're awake. Because my condition, whenever math comes, my mind shutters come down. 20 times 5, 100 plus 10. Then X is equal to 110. When you arrive at 110, X becomes redundant. We don't need that X anymore. X was a convenience to calculate. So to now apply this example. We know we are alive. I know I am alive. No doubts about it. Some husbands, they come home from work, sit down on the sofa, lie down almost, fall on the sofa and say, honey, I am dead. And the wife immediately goes, what happened? What happened? The wife should say, idiot, if you are dead, how are you speaking? Nobody questions that. I am dead. That's what they say. So even though you say you are dead, you know you are alive. So what is this life? Our rishis reveal that life which is unknown now, We have to discover that divine life. Let that divine life be Om. Now don't ask like that child, Swamiji, what is Om? If I tell you what is Om now, then what will happen? Now 5 more days, no need. That is what you have to discover. Once you have discovered it, everything is over. So we don't know what is that divine. You call it Om. How does that divine life express itself? See, the way of knowing is not only what it is directly, but also you can find out through its expressions. How that one divine life express itself. That divine life expresses through 3 equipment of life. 3 equipment of life. These 3 equipment of life are meant for seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking. We can do it very fast. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, and thinking. And this seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, and thinking is meant for fulfilling our responsibilities. That we are not doing. Therefore, the tragedy. So, in our pledge, we know our responsibilities. Oh Lord, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. And when we start fulfilling our responsibilities cheerfully, if we cannot tearfully fulfill, I tell the children, fulfill your responsibilities cheerfully or even tearfully. Cheerfully or tearfully, just do it. Chumma chaya, summa say, chese say, sunne madu, bas, kar do. Karuntak, kore din, kari nakho. The best is, chak de phatte. Now they're trying to change this, and me and the children have memorized this sequence. Now, if I change, then now the sequence is gone. Again, we have to struggle. So just to do it cheerfully or even tearfully. When we start fulfilling our responsibilities cheerfully, soon we discover. What do we discover? We may discover what? I, as so and so alone, we have problems. Because all are having problems. There's no one here who has no problems. Your problem is to keep awake while I'm giving my talk. That's why we ask for camera to be on, so that we can see when the camera is on, do you yawn? On and yawn. That's why we ask camera on. Why should we ask in Thursday classes? I will not allow. But this is only once a year, 5 days. Just at least you may need not keep your camera on when you're about to yawn. But on the camera, if you yawn through your nose. Ayo, Swamiji, now that you told yawn through the nose, everybody will be looking at everybody's nose. If you yawn through your nose, you may think no one knows, but some are experts, they know. So I as so and so alone, we have problems. I as a parent, parental problems. I as a spouse, spicy problems. I as a professional problems. Think. So I as so and so, as a parent, as a spouse, as a professional. These are the 3 main relative relationships we maintain as a parent. As a parent, for the children. As a spouse, for the spouse. as a professional for the in the profession. So I as so and so, problems. But ISI, are you ISI or are you I as so and so? You ask everybody, who are you? They will say, I am son of so and so. That you are telling about your parent. I am husband of so and so. That's because of wife. Because all our Hindu gods also are known through their wives also. So all our Indian husbands are known through their wife. And the husband of so and so. Or I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm an engineer, I'm a tech, computer tech. See, all these various, we are describing from here, I as so and so. But I as I, we know not. I as I is you are that divine life, Chinmaya, the pure consciousness. So I as I, no problem. Go back in your own life. I as I, you had any problem? Swamiji, I have problem. As whom? As whom do you have problems? Because whenever problem comes, never ask why. Why is a wrong question. Whenever you're conscious of a problem, ask, who is having the problem? Immediately you can objectify. It can be as a parent, or as a spouse, or as a professional. No other. Or relative relationship. Think. So, you as so and so, with reference to relative relationship, you are parent because of the child. And if you're a professional, you're a doctor. For whom are you a doctor? Are you doctor for yourself, or are you doctor for the patients? Not for you. If you're a doctor for yourself, imagine. No, you are doctor for the patients. You are spouse for your unfortunate spouse. And you are parent for your rakshasas. Think. So, ISI, you are that divine life. Or you can also now, since our chapter is Bhakti Yoga, I as a devotee, no problems. Why? Because you do everything for God alone. Therefore, no problems for you. You don't tell God how big your problems are. You tell your problems how big your God is. You tell any problems you're conscious of, tell your problems. Do you know my God? Like in our school days, when somebody threatens you, don't you tell? Do you know mera bada bhai malum hai kya? You know my big brother? See that? So too, you tell the problems. Do you know who my God is? Isn't it? I heard one child telling his mom, he said, Mom, are you happy? And I was watching. What do you mean, are you happy? Are you happy that I did it? So they only know what he did, mom and son. So, Mom, are you happy that I did it? Are you happy, Mom? And I was watching the face of the mom's eyes, the expression of ecstasy in mom's eyes. So too, a devotee does everything for God. He says, God, as though he's talking, God, are you happy? Are you happy that I did? Therefore, no problem, because he is doing everything for God's sake. There's a beautiful conversation between a devotee and God. Very beautiful conversation. I'll just try to convey in a conversational style. The devotee says, God, in a seat of contemplation, God, may I ask you a question? God said, sure, I am listening. The devotee said, promise you won't get mad. God said, I promise. Then the devotee said, God, why did you let so much stuff happen to me today? God said, what do you mean? The devotee said, my car did not start. It took forever to start. My car took forever to start. God said, okay. Then the devotee said, at lunch, they made my sandwich totally wrong. And I had to wait for my sandwich for a long time. So they made my lunch wrong. God said, okay. Then the devotee said, on the way home, my phone rang. And when I took it to answer, it went dead. Just as I was about to answer, it went dead. Now what to do? And God said, all right. Then the devotee said, and on top of it all, I got home. When I got home, I was so tired. I was standing and walking in my office for such a long time. My feet was crying. I just want to soak my feet in my new foot massager. The foot massager, I want to put my feet and relax. When I put my foot in the foot massager, it wouldn't work. Nothing went right today. Why? God, why? There was total silence. Total silence. The devotee was waiting. Devotee became alert and vigilant. God said, see, in the morning, I didn't let your car start. See, this is all the conscience talking to eat. This is how we should converse. Conversation with God, your own conscience, the little voice, the silent speaker. God said, I didn't let your car start because there was a drunk driver on your route. He would have hit you if you were on the road. Devotee, oh, thank you, God. Then God said, the first person who made your sandwich today for lunch was sick. COVID. Now new COVIDs are coming. It has become like a flu. It flies all over. So he was sick. And I didn't want you to catch it. I knew you couldn't afford to miss work. Therefore, delayed your sandwich. The devotee felt embarrassed and he said, oh my God. That's what they say, OMG, they say, oh my God. Then God said, see, your phone, it went dead because the person that was calling you was going to give false witness about what you said on that call. I didn't even let you talk to them. So you would be covered. The devotee softly said, oh God, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And God said, oh, that foot massager, it had an electrical short. That was going to throw out all of the power in your house tonight. I didn't think you wanted to be in the dark or electrocuted. Devotee said, oh my God, I'm sorry, God, I accused you, I'm sorry, God. Then God said, don't be sorry. Just learn to trust me. Learn to trust me in all the things you experience, good, bad, or ugly. Whatever you experience, trust me. In God, you trust. In God, we trust only in dollar. And the devotee said, "Oh Lord, I will trust you. I will trust you, God." And God said, "And don't doubt that my plan for your day is always better than your plan. You may plan, but my plan is always better." The devotee said, "Oh Lord, God, I will never doubt you. I will not doubt you, God. And let me just tell you, God, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything today and forever." This is a beautiful conversation. Thus converse with your conscience, the silent intellectual power, the intellect with know-how, with the knowledge of the higher. Now, if you have heard Gurudev's talk, Gurudev always starts chapter 12. He says, chapter 12, Gita, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, comes immediately after chapter 11. Gita chapter 12 comes immediately after Gita chapter 11. So chapter 12, immediately after chapter 11. You may say, what is this? 12 comes after 11. You think we are a kindergarten or a preschool? Not in number, not just in number. It is a divine thought connection. Thought connection. The 12th chapter is linked with the last verse of 11th chapter. And Gita chapter 11, 10 and 11, especially 11. Gita chapter 11 is the turning point in Arjuna's life. Salem experience, total turning point. When I heard Gurudev talk in 1983, even now that experience is keep reverberating in my memory. So Gita chapter 11 is the turning point in Arjuna's life. And Gita chapter 12 reveals the love and respect of Arjuna. Reveals the love and respect, the reverence that is rising in the heart of Arjuna. Arjuna knew the Vedic tradition a little bit, vaguely. So Arjuna vaguely knew the Vedic tradition. How did he know? That is Arjuna's tragedy. What to do? Bhishmacharya, the warden, because poor Bhishma, if you see the prarabdha of Bhishmacharya, he had no wife or children. And his responsibility was to take care of all the children. Whenever I have to take care of the summer camp and the children, I remember Bhishmacharya. So this Bhishmacharya was so concerned with his children. So he invited every Pandit that is passing through Hastinapur. Any Pandit passing through Hastinapur, Bhishmacharya invited him. And then what? Not to give Dakshina, and he said, address my children. Address all the Pandava and the Kaurava brothers. So crowd gathering was not difficult for Arjuna. No email, nothing need be sent. No advertisement, nothing. Just one call. Assemble in the assembly hall in 18 minutes. That's all. Till 18 minutes, they gave some refreshments to the Pandit. The Pandit was enjoying the refreshments. And Pandavas and Kauravas, they rushed there to quickly get themselves ready and be in the auditorium. So Arjuna's tragedy, that was every Pandit passing by, he had to listen, no choice. And these Pandits, when they were talking, they were more particular in exhibiting showing off their knowledge. They are not interested whether you understand or not. And the more peculiar thing is, the more you don't understand, the more you appreciate the Pandit. What a Pandit? What a Pandit? What a Pandit is this? And you ask, how was the Panditji's talk? What did he say? Oh, wonderful. Super, super talk. What did he say? What did he say? Wonderful. But what? Tell me. You must attend. This is the best technique. You also can tell like this. When people after the talk, you start telling people, how was the yajna today? Oh, wonderful. Scintillating, super talk. And they ask, what did Swamiji tell? Wonderful. But what did he tell? You must attend. That's how you can increase. So that's the best advertisement. So Arjuna never had a teacher like Lord Krishna. That is his total grace and blessings. His prarabdha is fulfilled to get a teacher like Lord Krishna. One of our members told Gurudev, Mr. Menon in Washington, he told Gurudev, Swamiji, if you are my professor, I will never sleep in your class. I will never slip away from your class, and I will never sleep in your class. And Gurudev told him, you may call me Professor Chinmaya. That's the glory of Gurudev. So in chapter 11, see now Gurudev explained, that's why I'm repeating. In chapter 11, Arjuna experienced the vision of Virata Rupa, Vishwarupa. The Lord as the totality, everything rising from him, everything dancing in him, and everything returning unto him. Imagine all the names and forms rising from him, all the names and forms remaining in him, all the names and forms returning unto him. So Arjuna experienced this. Arjuna experienced that the Lord himself is everything. He himself is everything. All the names and forms, whatever name and form you can imagine, is all expressions of that one existence, consciousness. That one existence is appearing as all the existing names and forms. This Arjuna directly experienced. When this experience came, he remembered law number 2. Do you know law number 2? Swamiji, you jump to law number. What is law? First tell me what is law number 1. Before telling law number 1, you jump to law number 2. What is law number 1? Law number 1. Effect. Effect cannot be without the cause. Clay pot. Clay pot. Clay pot cannot be without clay. This is law number 1. Effect cannot be without a cause. Then we start thinking, yeah, we are told God is the cause of this world of names and forms. God is the cause. We heard that. But our question is, where is God? What is God? Do you have his phone number? Twitter? Email? Gmail. Gmail is God mail. Text. Do you? Shanti. That's why law number 2. What is law number 2? Effects, plural. All the effects are nothing but that cause itself in different forms. Think. Effects are nothing but that divine cause in different forms of effects. Clay pot, clay cup, clay saucer, clay jug, clay plate, all clay utensils are nothing but clay itself in different forms. So this experience of seeing the cause in all its effects triggers the question in Arjuna's mind. Remember, Arjuna was a Vedic student. Vaguely he knew, because Arjuna heard the Pandits insisting on rejecting the world of plurality to realize the reality. To realize the reality, you must reject the world of plurality. So reject the plurality to realize the reality. This is the one beaten path of Vedas. So now Arjuna saw this. So this is his direct experience, that all the names and forms, all the effects are he alone. Lord alone is all these different varieties of names and forms. That divine life alone is all the life forms. All the many, many, many life forms are that divine life alone. When I realize that life alone is appearing as all the life forms, why should I reject the Lord, who is the divine life? Why should I reject the Lord to realize Lord? Think. Why should I reject the names and forms? To realize the source, the cause. Can I not, seeing the effects, through the effects, with the help of the effects, can I not imagine the cause? So this makes Arjuna ask the question. And that's how Gita chapter 12 starts. Now, my voice for Gita chanting will flow from Varun. My voice, my echo, you will see flowing from Varun. Varun means water, the Ganges flow. So Varun, are you ready?
Yes, Swamiji.
Good. So let's start chapter 12, verse 1. Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Evam Satata Yukta Ye.
Evam Satata Yukta Ye.
Bhaktastvam Pariyupasate.
Bhaktastvam Pariyupasate.
Ye chapyaksharamavyaktam.
Ye chapyaksharamavyaktam.
Tesham ke yogavittamaha.
Teshanke yogavittamaha.
Very good. Hey, you're not saying very, very good.
Very good.
Hey, you're saying very, very good.
Very,
Good.
very good.
Thank you. Because I will say one time very good, they have to say very, very good twice. They echo. Now, Arjuna Vacha. Vacha means generally said or declared, said. But here Arjuna, based on the context, Arjuna asks. Evam indicate. And he starts with evam. Evam means thus. In Tamil, ippadi. In Telugu thus, dazu. Very easy. Add u, it becomes Telugu. Dazu. In Tamil also, thus. Starting with thus. What do you mean thus? The word evam is the connection. It covers the entire episode of the earlier chapter 11, 10 also. It covers especially chapter 11. Evam. The word evam meaning thus or therefore highlights the declaration of Lord Krishna in the last verse of chapter 11. Verse number 55. Speed limit, general speed limit. So if you have your Gita book, keep Gita book if you want to refer, or your own phone. So easy nowadays. On the phone, you can type Gita chapter 11, verse 55. 11, Gita 11, 55. Immediately that verse comes to you. So it makes our work more easy. So this verse 55 of Gita chapter 11, you may mark. Mark for what? You may mark for your New Year resolution. Whether you practice or not is immaterial, but make a resolve, make a resolution. What? Gita 11:55. What's that verse? Chapter 11, verse 55. Mat karma krit, mat paramaha, mad bhaktaha, sanga varjitaha, nirvaira sarvabhuteshu, yaha sa mam eti. Hey Pandava. Hey Pandava. Hey Pandava means Panduputra. Krishna is Lord Krishna is addressing Arjuna as Panduputra. Hey Pandava. Yaha. Anyone. Gurudev used to say Yaha means whoever he be, he who. Anyone. Mat karma krit. One who works for me and me alone. Mat karma krit. This is Lord Krishna declaring. One who works for me alone. Mat karma krit. He becomes only an instrument in his hands. Remember, I told the child telling, Mom, are you happy that I did? Are you happy, Mom? Are you like that? The devotee keeps asking, Oh Lord, are you happy that I did it? Oh Lord, today you can all of you ask God today, Lord, are you happy that I attended the Geeta Jnana Yajna? Are you happy? And God will say, attend all the days. If he is not telling, your conscience is not saying, it means you're not really following your conscience. Pay attention to your conscience. God will always tell you to attend every day, especially to Swami Dheerananda's Jnana Yajna. Now, so be his instrument. Do all your activities, physical, emotional, intellectual, all your activities for him alone. Called Mat Karma Krit. Do for my sake. Lord Krishna is declaring. So Mat Karma Krit. Number one. New Year resolution. Or next one. Mat Paramaha. For the devotee, I am the supreme. The devotee takes me as the supreme. See, if you see all servants, a servant does work for his master. Even the slaves, they worked for their masters. But they did not accept the master as the supreme goal. No servant accepted the master as the supreme goal. He wanted to become the master. They buttered the bottom of the master so that the master will slip away and he can occupy. In all the offices and all, it happens. The subordinate butters the boss bottom of the boss. So boss slips from the seat and then the subordinate occupies. So nobody wants to feel my master is my goal, supreme goal. No. But the devotee feels Mat paramaha. This is a very beautiful the conversation between father and son. Son was telling dad, Dad, do this. Dad said to his son, look, I am not your servant. I am not your servant. I am the servant of your mom. Mom was smiling. Devotee says, I am not anybody's servant. There is no boss. I am God's servant. And you are representing that. So I am God's servant. Mat Paramaha. He is my supreme goal. Mat Paramaha. So devotee feels, I am the supreme goal. Every devotee feels that. Also, Mad Bhaktaha. Mad Bhaktaha, my devotee. In devotion, he moves towards me. Mameva. Sarva prakaraihi. Sarvatmana. Sarva utsahena. Bhajate. Iti Mad Bhakta. He adores me. He adores me alone in all ways. Lovingly. With his whole being and with full energy. Mad Bhakta. Sarva utsahena. Very cheerfully. And the Lord also, like Gurudev, Utsaha Vardhakaya Namaha. He enhances your Utsaha. He inspires you. Makes you more and more cheerful. So, Mad Bhaktaha means a devotee. Devotion. Devoted to me. Devotion means what? Love. Love means what? Devotion, Swamiji. Devotion means love. Love means devotion. What do we understand? So when you hear Gurudev, immediately he'll give a punchline. Love means identification. That is called love. You identify with your beloved. When you identify with your beloved, that's called love. The teenagers, how often they use, I love you, I love you. I love you means what? He is so much identified with the girl. And modern teenager, he will tell, your happiness, he feels, he tells her also, your happiness is my happiness. All the modern love, her happiness is my happiness. Her sorrow is her sorrow. This is called modern love. That cannot be love. Love means you don't remain in you. You are in the altar of your love. You are there, not here. That is called love, devotion. Then Sangha Varjitaha, devoid of all attachments. Because we are attached to all the relative relationships. As a parent, attached. Dhritarashtra type. Father, born blind. Mother, blindfolded. And what will be the children? Blind attachment or blindfolded attachment. This is a sad tragedy. And what will be the effects? Duryodhana, Dushas, all do. Dushta. Isn't it? Here, devotee is Sangavarjita. Devoid of all attachments, no more attachment to any relative relationship. Because all the relative relationship are his forms in different ways. If I'm attached to my child, I try to see him in my child playing. You might have heard about the Pushti Margis, those who worship baby Krishna. How beautiful it is. They worship baby Krishna. Now, when you worship, it's a very beautiful concept. Imagine you are loving a baby. What will you ask the baby? Will you ask, oh baby, give me this? Oh baby, give me that? Will you ask? No. You want to give the baby everything. And even if you're asking also just for testing, oh baby, give me your chocolate. And the baby says, no, please, please. And the baby gives. When the baby gives, what do? Would you take it? Thank you, baby. And then you put it in the baby's pocket. Think. You don't want to take anything. Because child. So that Pushti Marg is when they keep that baby Krishna, we will not go and keep on asking, oh Lord, give me this. Oh Lord, give me that. Yeah. But now you being you, even baby Krishna also you will ask, oh Lord, you are baby Krishna, but you are very powerful baby Krishna. Please give me this. Please give me that. Yeah. So Sangavarjita. Sangha means Preeti, Sneha, stickiness. Tat Varjita. So devoid of all attachments. Attachment means I want. I want is called attachment. Love means I give. I give and forgive is love. I give, I forgive. That is love. Attachment, I want. I want to get. I want to get and I forget the divine. Isn't it? So Sangha Varjita, no attachment to any relative relationship. It's all relative. That reality alone is appearing as the relative relationship. I recognize that reality in the plurality, in all relative relationships. Then Nirvaira Sarvabhuteshu. Sarvabhuteshu, in all beings. Nirvaira. Nirgata Vaira. Free from enmity. Enmity. Enmity, I remember, first time when I heard, I was surprised. Enmity. I asked the one Telugu young wife. I never thought the young wife will know that. I asked the young wife, what do you call your husband? They were recently married. Therefore very cheerful they were. The wife also cheerful. The husband was very eager to serve the new wife. So I asked the wife, what do you call your husband? Telugu. So she said, I call my husband Penimiti. First time I heard that word Penimiti. Then immediately, no wonder you call now as Penimiti, because very soon he will become, it'll become enmity. Enmity will happen. So Penimiti means husband, it seems. I never knew that before. Enmity I knew. Here, Nirvaira Sarvabhuteshu. Shatru Bhava Rahita. No enmity whatsoever. Benevolent towards all beings. Even towards those who try to harm, who gave you a lot of pains and sorrows. Even them, you have no enmity. You love and forgive. You give and forgive. You give love and you forgive. So Yaha means whoever he be he who. Idrusha Mad Bhakta, such a devotee of mine who is Mat Karmakrit, Mat Paramaha, Mad Bhaktaha, Sangha Varjitaha, Nirvaira Sarvabhuteshu. Yaha, whosoever, Saha, such a person, such a devotee, Mam Eti, attains me. So he who is such a devotee attains me. This is the last verse of chapter 11. Evam. See that? When Arjuna is asking, Evam. Evam means one who does everything for the Lord. So, Evam Satata Yuktaha means Everything he is doing, whatever he is doing, perceiving or performing or feeling or thinking, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking, all activities at the BMI level, he is performing for the Lord himself. I do for his sake. Whatever I express through my BMI, he becomes Atma Rama, not Sapad Rama, Atma Rama. So, evam satata yukta. Ye bhaktaha, those devotees who always remembering the divine, those devotees, they serve the Lord alone, work for Lord alone, and Lord alone is their refuge. There is no other refuge. They seek no other refuge. He alone is my refuge. God alone is my refuge. Ye bhaktaha tvam paryupasate. Those who are adoring you, worshipping you, recognizing you in all the names and forms. They adore you and worship you through every form. Here is a Murti Puja. Murti Puja is like a rear view mirror. Now, rear view mirror, I was so thrilled first time when I in India in the taxi. So the taxi came, Swamiji, please come in my taxi. I said, okay. And then I sat down behind because they don't allow, they have all their junk on their front seat. I can't sit in the front. So I sat at the back. When I sat at the back, that taxi driver, he said, Hari Om Swamiji. I was sorry, he said, Hari Om Swamiji is looking up, and then I saw he is looking at the rear view mirror, facing this, facing forward, looking at the mirror. Hari Om Swamiji. Namaste Swamiji. He is looking in the front. But where is he seeing? Behind. I was so thrilled. I said, Hari Om, Hari Om. Isn't it? Very wonderful experience. So Murti Puja is like the rear view mirror. You see the divine presence behind every name and form. In the bus, queue, a fight. Every time there's a fight to enter first. And you start fighting with a young fellow. And suddenly you see his face. When you see his face, what do you see? He is the only brother of your girlfriend. The moment you recognized your girlfriend's only brother, younger brother, what will you do? Immediately you hold him and you pull him and put him in front of you in the bus. Why? Girlfriend's brother. And the girlfriend's brother is so happy. He doesn't know that you are the boyfriend of his sister. He doesn't know. Don't worry, after marriage, anyway, you again fight. But when you recognize the Lord behind every name and form, your relationship with all relative relationships shall be divine. No doubt about it. This is the path of Saguna worship, meaning you are seeing the divine expression of the Lord through every name and form. Because the cause alone is appearing as all the effects. That same life is appearing in all the life forms. Now, what about others? Nirguna worship. Now, Lord says, Ye chapyaksharam avyakta. Arjuna's question. What about them who are Echa api aksharam avyaktam paryupasate? What about those who are invoking, turning their attention unto aksharam? Aksharam means upadhi rahitam. Upadhi rahitatvat, imperishable. Avinashi, Avyaya. Aksharam means formless, therefore imperishable, therefore unchanging. Those who are invoking the imperishable, unchanging, formless reality. Avyaktam paryupasate. Aksharam paryupasate. Avyaktam paryupasate. Avyaktam akarana gocharam. Avyaktam, not manifest. The unmanifest. Avyakta, not manifest for the BMI. You can't see it. You can't see the reality. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching the reality. Impossible. Impossible. Never you can do it. Not even feeling the reality. Not even thinking of the reality. You can't perceive, you can't feel, you can't think. Called avyakta. It is not manifest. The objects you can perceive. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. Emotions you can feel. Thoughts you can comprehend. Even emotions and thoughts are difficult to see, but you can because you have the equipment. But that is unmanifest. Aksharam avyaktam paryupasate. Ye bhakta. Those who are devoted to the imperishable, unmanifest reality. Tesham madhye. Among these two, those who are recognizing the Lord in and through all the names and forms, or those who are rejecting the names and forms and exclusively turning their attention unto that formless, changeless, imperishable reality. Tesham, among these two, ke yogavittamaha, who are the best knowers of yoga, who are well versed in yoga. Here yoga means samadhi. Meaning, samadhi means what? Samadhi. Samadhi means intellect is sama in all situations. Nothing can make that intellect lose the balance. Like a lighthouse, firmly standing, rock solid foundation, and it becomes a guiding light for those who are bumping in the realm of change. So who are the best knowers of yoga? Are the Saguna worshippers, those who are recognizing the Lord in and through all the names and forms, or those who are rejecting the names and forms and turning their attention exclusively unto the formless, changeless reality. Who is the best? Now, these discussions will happen in your drawing rooms, also in your living room, over a cup of tea and snacks. Which is better, Saguna worship or Nirguna worship? And our discussion is never scientific. We are prejudiced. If I am a Saguna worship person, I will tell you Nirguna worship. Ayya, Nirguna. You are already Nirguna. You have no guna, no qualities whatsoever. And no wonder you are Nirguna worshipper. I will criticize the Nirguna worshipper. But generally, these Nirguna worshippers are more intellectuals because they've been thought, oh, they are thinking, because I can't see God. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking God is not possible. So he doesn't exist because he's totally rooted here. If I see it, I believe it. Ayya, such kind. They will tell you devotees worshipping stone. How much more stupid can you be? Also, if I see devotees, horrible experience. I still remember in my home time how they walk with a long stick with a hook and a bag, and he comes and walks neighbors near the wall from outside the compound wall. He pulls the branches from the big hook and plucks the flowers. Neighbors' flowers. And you happen, hey, what are you doing? What are you cutting my flower? You say, Bhagavan ke liye. Papi, Mahapapi, a fool, Bhagavan ke liye. Now you don't want to become Papi. That you say Mahapapi. Then you say, but आपके घर में भी फूल है ना? मेरे घर का फूल emergency के लिए. That's how he will tell. So you devotees, you plunder other people's flowers. What devotion is this? Such that each criticizing each other. Both know not. Krishna is not unscientific like us. He scientifically explains. What is that? We will see tomorrow.
Please do Namaskar to the Arati.